and welcome everyone to the Metal Pit. We have a very special guest today. The Metal Queen herself, Doro, is joining us for a conversation. Welcome, Doro. How are you today?
For having me. Yeah, hi everybody. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm really doing good. And yeah, it was exciting year for us, man. This year was like wow, kicking ass.
A busy year, I bet.
Yeah, the new album came out a couple of weeks ago. It's called Conqueress, Forever Strong and Proud, and we have worked 3 years on that, and yeah,
Wow.
and now it went really well, and it hit the charts really high, and
Yeah,
in
I got the cover of it here. Hopefully, it comes through. Great new album for sure.
Yes, yes. And I don't know if you guys seen the vinyl. Oh, this is so nice. I'm still a big vinyl fan, so
Oh,
I
me
don't know.
too.
Yeah, that's the vinyl, and it has some awesome, like, it has a timeline in it. I don't know if you guys can see it. From
Oh
the
yeah,
first
yeah,
band,
yeah.
Snake Bite, it was my first band, and yeah,
Oh wow, that
Metallica,
looks great.
and of course Dio, and yeah, and everything, and Ronnie James Dio, and Rob Halford. And I don't know if you have heard the two duets on
I
this
have,
album.
yes. Yeah.
So and I'm so happy. He was my idol, and it was my very first tour in 1986 in Europe. It was a big tour. It was
Oh,
great time, huge, and yeah. And then I could tour with my favorite band. And now, so many years later, we did like these two duets, and it was awesome. And yeah,
yeah, and while given that you mentioned the duet, so two with Rob on the album, "Living After Midnight," and a non-metal track, "Total Eclipse of the Heart." Just curious, how did you select those two? So many Judas Priest songs and so many universe of non-metal songs. How did you pick those?
uh, Rob Halford picked "Total Eclipse of the Heart." He
Oh, okay.
wanted song, and I picked Living After Midnight because it was one of my favorite pre songs. And I was born and raised with the British Steel album. So, and I
Hmm.
did Udo Dirk Schneider on Breaking the Law. And then we met Judas Priest. They were playing on the same day when we played last year, Hellfest in France, a big festival, like huge. And we were talking, hanging out backstage. And then, we said, hey, what are you guys doing? And, I said, yeah, I'm just finishing a new album. And it's my 40th anniversary coming up next year. And then we both looked at each other, smiling. And I said, Rob, are you thinking the same? He said, yes, And then we said, let's do something together. And we have been friends for such a long time. So he said, do you have an idea? What would you like to do? And I said, oh, Living After Midnight. I would love that because it always makes me feel really good,
Yeah.
and yeah, where everybody sings along is really like, uplifting, happy. And then he said, okay, let's do it. Great choice. And he said, I have a song I would love to do with you, Total Eclipse of the Heart. And I thought, wow, that's really special. And then, yeah, and then we did this duet, and a video came out. I don't know if you've seen the video. I think
Yeah, yes.
so. Yeah, that was like, yeah, doing a metal version of Total Eclipse of the Heart and a duet. And I think it's one of my favorites on this album.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I it works so well. Like it's not a song I would expect to hear, but it just worked perfectly. It's just a beautiful song, and both your vocals and Rob's just powerful and emotional. Such a good track. I love it.
Me too. And I don't know if you guys like. There are 20 songs on it. That's the digipack. I heard in America they can just get the 15 songs like normal CD. So I don't know if in Canada it's available, but it's like it has killer track on it for Horseman, for yeah,
Yeah.
for Philip Oil of big Metallica fan, and we played together in the early 80s. So I wanted to, yeah, give thanks. And yeah, for Horseman, that's pretty cool. And Horns Up High is another Metal Maniacs. There will be the next video. And I think the record company will release all the bonus tracks, like, like soon on whatever, Spotify and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah,
back on.
no, I did a review for the album, and I got the promo clip, so I got to hear the 5 songs, the bonus tracks. But sadly, my version doesn't have them. Uh, but I mean, what can you do? But I enjoyed the 5 tracks. Or I mean, 2 of them that come to mind, like "Horns Up High." That's such a fun song. Kind of reminded me of like an Ailstorm pirate type song. That was cool. And I love the bluesy song, True Metal Maniac.
The tuned down guitars. Oh, that made me feel so good. That was written, yeah, man, that was one of the first songs we have written for this album. And yeah, but I wanted to do a double CD again or
Yeah.
double album. 9 songs is enough. And I said, 9 songs, it's my 40. Let's do 12 or 13 or 14. And then it became 20. And then I said, okay, let's put 15 on the regular album and 5 on the bonus CD. And yeah, and then I thought, okay, at least 20 songs. And I think the bonus tracks are as high quality as the normal songs on this album. And it was hard to pick and choose, but then I thought, I just I just go by gut instinct. What I feel is like I
What, what,
don't want, but yeah, but I think the bonus tracks are as good. Yeah, so
yeah.
and
And that's funny because that was going to be my next question. I got how tough was it to select the bonus tracks? Because I love the bonus tracks equally.
oh, I'm so glad you say that. Yeah. When they said 9 or 10 songs, then I already thought, oh no, man, the best songs will be not. So yeah, so I made the choice of 14 songs, and then number 15 was actually Total Eclipse of the Heart. That was the last song we recorded and mixed, and I thought, yeah, this will be on the regular album. Yeah, and then I just like, yeah, it was, I don't know. I just made up a little list, and then next day it was a different list, and then 10 days later it was different, and then I had to go to mastering, and then I really had to make up my mind. So I thought, okay, no, let's do it this way. But I love all the songs, of course, and yeah.
Yeah, no, makes sense. Also, speaking of duets, I really enjoyed Bond Unending, which I guess is Sammy Amira from the German band, the Broiler. I'm not familiar with them, but I love like your 2 voices together. They contrasted so well.
Um, they're a big, huge band in Germany. I think out of Germany, maybe people don't know them, but here in Germany they fill stadiums. And I was invited last year to be a guest on their 2 shows. It was Christmas shows, and they're actually from my former hometown, Düsseldorf.
Oh,
And
really? Okay.
of course, I would love to be, a guest. And then we started rehearsing and we had good chemistry. And then I did these 2 gigs and it was great. And they have a totally different audience. The audience is very young, like, kids between 15 and 20. And me and the boys, they are more like punk rock and I'm more metal rock. But
Yeah.
we had great vibes, good chemistry. And then we said, hey, let's do a song. And then we wrote this, yeah, in the middle of the night in his home studio. And, then we said, oh, it's a fun song. Let's put it on the album. And
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe I'll mention it now. So I got to go to Wacken this year, and just going to say your 40th anniversary show was just incredible. It completely knocked my socks off. I mean, everything a metal show should be. I mean, you had the guest stars, the amazing guest stars. You had so much energy. The crowd was into it. Just one of my best. Like I've been going to shows for over 30 years. One of my best metal moments. Fantastic.
Oh, wow. You bring tears to my eyes. That's so nice.
That
So,
made the trip from Canada worth it right there.
oh, wow. All the way. Oh, that's so good. And yeah, I think, man, everything worked well. Like you guys know, there was like really bad weather. At
Yeah.
first, it would cancel the festival because it was so much rain, so much mud. And I had one day before the big show, I had like a rehearsal with everybody, all the guest stars, like, the Motorhead guys and Udo Dirkschneider and everybody, and nobody could come to rehearsal except Joey Belladonna. He was the only one who. So we rehearsed Antisocial and our song Raise Your Fist, and all the others, they couldn't make it because the weather was unbelievable. Everybody was stuck in traffic for 20 hours. And yeah, and then we met like, that night, and everybody was there. Everything worked out. And even without rehearsal, it sounded great. Nobody screwed up. It was a magical night. And then in the end, did you see that when we played two songs in honor of Lemmy. One time was Love Me Forever, and then one time Ace of Spades, and it was Lemmy's face in the air, like the drones did
The
this.
drones, yeah. Yeah, that was, I think that's new this year. I haven't seen that in past years. It came up like each night. Really cool.
Yeah, actually, the Wacken people called me up 2 days before the show, and they said, "Hey, Doro, can you guys rehearse Ace of Spades?" And I said, "Of course, yes, let's do it." And I said, "Yeah, we have a surprise for you." And that was the surprise, like this big drone show. And Lemmy Cigarette was even smoking, blowing smoke. I think that was
Incredible.
icing on the cake. And yeah, and then we did another show in Düsseldorf, my former hometown in Germany, where everything started. And then we did another show, and great guests came up. Elisa White Glues of Arch Enemy, she was there
Oh,
all
okay.
the way. And Taya Turunen, the ex-singer of Nightwish, and Mille Petrosa of Creator,
Oh, okay.
and great people. And so we had another second celebration, and we definitely want to put out the DVD, Blu-ray, and so maybe by the next year, end of next year. And so both shows will be on, and some special treats. I got some sticks, and I have all these people, like they're friends with some bootleggers, and and whatnot, and they give me all awesome. And I have these great moments of Lemmy and the whole band, and Udo Dirkschneider from 20 years ago, because Lemmy came to my 20-year anniversary, and then we did a big rehearsal. And so somebody gave me some nice footage. I think the DVD will be really great, like from Wacken, Düsseldorf show, and some really special. Yeah.
Oh yeah, as a fan, I would love that. Sign me up. I'll give you my money for that one. And speaking of the Wacken performance, so got to hear "Time for Justice," a track from the new album. I mean, it's just another like killer Doro like anthem, right? What you do so well. I'm a big fan of it. Like, I could see that being a staple in the live show. What do you think?
Totally. And did you see that video? That was the first single, the first video,
Yes.
next movie, and I loved it. And I called the same people again when we did another song, Children of the Dawn. That's actually my favorite. That's the reason why it's the opening track. And I called the same people, and it looked great again. We did 5 videos for this album before the album came out. Yeah, Time for Justice was the first single, and then second single was Living After Midnight. Third single was Bond Unending, the duet with Sarah. Fourth song was Children of the Dawn. And fifth video was like Total Eclipse of the Heart. So, and there's another 2 videos coming up, True Metal Maniacs. And when we go on tour, we want to tour all over the world next year. We have another video in the making. It's a comic video, and it's Lean Mean Rock Machine. And
Oh,
I saw it's hilarious. It's so funny. It's so great. Doing it, he's painting every single picture. It's like so much work, but it's worth it. And that will be, for the tour. So we have more stuff there.
oh, nice.
In yeah.
Yeah, and two other. If I could put my request in for the live shows, two. So I mean, I enjoy the whole album, but two other songs I really enjoy. "Fire in the Sky" and "All for You." Those I think would be awesome to hear live as well.
I love that too. And Fire in the Sky. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We definitely want to rehearse. Yeah. like Fire in the Sky, Children of the Dawn. We played already Children of the Dawn in the Düsseldorf show. That was great. And yeah, All for You, of course. And yeah, and I have some other favorites. We will check that out. I Will Prevail. That's probably the heaviest song on this album. I love that. So I would love to play that as well. And of course, Time for Justice will be in. And yeah, and I let the fans decide which songs they want to hear. There's so many songs now. It's like, yeah, album number 20, I think. So, so many songs. It's so hard to see, or to really choose. And usually I play every show a different set list. But yeah, still you have to cut it down to, maybe 25 songs, like 20 songs. That's the main part, and then some encores. But yeah, well, we have so many records now, and yeah, I will see what the fans like the best. But you got it. Fire in the Sky and All for You, we definitely will play.
Nice, nice. And two other favorites, I think you mentioned them as well. Maybe a quick question: "Children of the Dam" and "I Will Prevail." Two other like killer songs as well. One thing I noticed, both of those songs, there's like a male backing vocals on them, and it's very aggressive, right? Like it works so well. Again, in contrast with your voice, who's doing those vocals?
The growl vocals are done by my bass player,
Okay.
Stefan Herr. And actually it's all him. Because at first we had this demo and I thought, man, you sound great, sounds great. And then Stefan said, yeah, we have to put the whole band on and more people. And I thought, man, I really like it the way it is. And then we did. We actually tried it out in our studio and we have had more people singing on it. But I tell you, in the end, I thought, no, Stefan alone, and he's a great engineer as well. So, it sounded the best. So it's all our bass player. And yeah. And
Oh no, it works very well.
yeah. But yeah, I like it. I like it. I like the combination between growl vocals and my, yeah. And I think, and especially these two songs, we wrote these two songs together as well, Children of the Dawn and I Will Prevail. And yeah, Stefan is a cool guy. And he's a little bit younger than us, and he's from the band Beyond the Black. I don't know
Yes.
if you guys. And we met when we played in Siberia a couple of years ago. To me, in the same plane, and I thought, man, I love that guy. If we ever have to, find a new bass player, he would be the one. And then and he's in our band, and yeah. And still Johnny D, our drummer, he's in the band now 30 years, and unbelievable. And the guy I wrote Fire in the Sky with, Bill Hudson. That's our new guitar player. Actually, we toured together before all over, but yeah, but now he's in the band because our guitar player Luca Panciotta, he's from Italy, and he started to he's now a family man. He got a little child, and he got his that he doesn't want to go on tour anymore so long because family is super important, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
I totally. But Luca is sometimes playing with us on festivals. But so we added on to the family. And our bass player now for 33 years, Nick Douglas, he's still in the band too. So we will probably do some stuff in the States and in Canada. So it's just a bigger family. And and I'm totally, I know when people, want to, have kids, then I totally, I know it, it changes. You have to responsible. You can't just like, and that's the reason why I don't have any kids. Do it. I made up my mind. I want to dedicate my life to music and to the fans and to metal and both. So, but Johnny, he has a little boy. Luca, he has a little boy.
Oh, excellent, excellent. And we talked a bit about some of the faster rocking songs. There's a couple really good ballads on the album as well, like "Best in Me" I enjoy, and forgive my pronunciation, "Fels in der Brandung." I'm sure you could do much better than I can, but I think they're both great tracks.
Fels in der Brandung, it has a German chorus and English verses, and it means Fels in der Brandung is like, you're my rock, you're the one I I run to, when when you really feel you need somebody, who's strong. So Fels in der Brandung. And it sounded so nice in German. And since I did the song on the Triumph and Agony album für immer, sometimes there's a German song coming out. Not all the time, but this time I had this like, oh, this is nice. And I want to keep it the way it is. And it has a good vibe. I think even if you don't understand every word, it totally comes from the heart. And like it's as well. I love anthems. I love heavy, fast songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like death metal to traditional metal. The whole spectrum, whatever is intense and whatever your heart and soul, and.
Yeah. And in my view, if I may, like I think what makes this album so strong is that mix, right? You got your anthems that you kill at. You've got the hard rocker songs. We got covers. We got duets. We got different duets. It just makes, from a listener's perspective, all that variety keeps you coming back for more. It's a great album.
Oh, I'm so glad. I don't want to bother people when people haven't heard the album yet. We're talking about the album nonstop, but I think it's one of my best records I've ever done. I think it's right up there with the Triumph and Agony, and the last one, Forever Boys, Forever United, which was the double album. I think that was really strong as well. But I think this one, yeah, I love it, and I hope people will enjoy it. And yeah.
Yeah,
And
and on that note, like yeah, I agree. I think it's one of your best albums in a while. And then that amazing performance I saw in Germany at Wacken. I mean, so you've been in the industry for that was your 40th anniversary tour. Just curious, like what keeps you going so strong and motivated? It just you're at the top of your game here.
that's easy to say. The fans. I love people. I love making people feel good, giving them power and energy, making them happy. Give them something what is like real, what they can really like. Yeah, listen for a long time. Something timeless. It's and something deep, and especially in this day and age where like the world is so crazy. I think and there are many people who are like really lonely, and I feel when I'm lonely, when I hear good music, oh man, it makes me feel right, like okay, yes, I can go on, I can, yeah, I feel better, I feel stronger. So I always try to to give it my best, that people feel like good when they hear the songs. And every song has a message, every song has something. There's one song I want to mention. Don't know if you have animals or if you like animals, but there's one song for the animals, and that's Heavenly Creatures, and that's written for the animals because I think they're sacred. I
Yeah.
grew up with this. That's the only thing I miss in my life. I don't miss like being married or having kids, but I miss like having pets, having dogs and horses. So I try to support like people who who take care of like animals who are not in so good situations. Worldwide that's the same. So, and I adopted 2 horses in Austria actually.
Okay.
I see them much, but I know they're there, they're taken care of. And so I'm a total animal lover, and that song is for the animals. And eventually I want to do something with that song, maybe, yeah, if,
Yeah, I
if
noticed in the notes that you dedicated it to people who rescue animals, and so yeah, I thought that was cool. I mean, you can't see it, but running around my feet is my little cat who we recently rescued and sort of gave a nice home. So I can appreciate that for sure.
excellent. Oh, I love to hear that. And
Nice. I think we got time for one quick last song. Want to be very respectful of your time. Touring. So in North America, what do you see coming up, Doro?
yes, Billy and all the metalheads, guys and girls, we are working on a tour, on festivals. Like the booker is just working on it. we changed actually the booking agency, and it's brand new, but I think we will have some great festivals and of course some great gigs, and then we play all the best of 40 years and the best of the new album, the Conqueress Forever Strong and Proud album. And I let the fans choose and pick whatever they want to hear. We will be prepared. And yeah, but next year it starts, I think, in March. And yeah, and then we are hoping to get some great festivals. I love doing festivals. I mean, since you know Wacken, oh,
Yeah,
that's something. Yeah,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
Any show is a great show. I always give it my all. It doesn't matter if it's big or small, or yeah. When people come to see us, then it's 110% every night.
Yeah, no, I don't, and I can witness that firsthand. So absolutely, absolutely the case. So anyone who's a Doro fan, get out there and see the show because it's fantastic, and get the new album. It's excellent as well.
And get the vinyl. And there are picture discs, which I love, the picture discs, and yeah, and there are many colors and splattered and everything. But the picture disc, I think, oh, it's so nice. It
Okay.
it looks well. I'm a big picture disc collector, so, and this one I think came out really really good.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to check that out. I have the CD version, but yeah, as you can see behind me, lots of vinyl. So I need to get the vinyl copy. I haven't seen it here in Canada yet.
All of the Triumph and Agony, I see that on your shelf,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. I was listening to that the other day. Some old school Doro. Well, again, just want to be respectful of your time, Doro. I know you got a couple more interviews coming up, so I'll wrap it up here. Once again, I can't thank you enough. Really appreciate your time. And again, anyone listening, please check out the new album, Conqueress, Forever Strong and Proud. It's a great one, and it's worth listening for sure. Thank you,
Thank,
Doro.
thank you. Love you guys. All the metalheads. See you on tour.